Hi everyone, welcome to the Futures Plus Info Sessions. My name is Satyaraj, or you can call me Raj, and I am the Futures Plus Program Manager for Indonesia. In this session, I'm going to explain to you all necessary information about Futures Plus and also step by step to apply for Futures Plus. Then, okay, let me show you the main website of our program, and it will make you easier to understand what is Futures Plus and what this program is actually about. So Futures Plus is the community innovation program with foresight. So we address futures thinking in this program, and also we want to contribute in solving sustainability challenges in three areas that are livelihood, community health, and food security. Also, we would like to address three technology focus um, that are GIS, or Geographic Information System, and then artificial intelligence, or AI, and Internet of Things, or IoT. So, okay, I'll show you a bit about our website. So, yeah. If you see, so actually we have extended the deadline until this July 15th. So it means you still have 4 days left to apply for this program. But don't worry, 4 days left. It doesn't mean that you cannot prepare, or it's a very short time for you to prepare. Why I say this? Because in this program, we don't require you to submit a full of proposals or a full of essays that consists of many questions that need to be answered in many details and also in many words. Let's say 500 words per questions or 300 words per questions. No, we don't require it. So we only require you to tell us a brief of your ideas, just a brief of your ideas. That's why I said, um, you know, you have to listen to this info sessions till the end, because at the end of this sessions, you will surprise that the registration process is very simple, and I'm sure that you all can do it. And yeah, in this 4 days left. So let's begin the takes of the time, and let's go to the next detail. And then this is like what I already mentioned about the foresight-driven community innovations program. And this is the technology focus area that we are addressing. We have these three technologies: AI, IoT, and GIS. So if you're familiar, or if you have any expertise, then you are very welcome to apply for this program. You don't have to, to be a high-tech person with a high-tech skill, or a very, a very master artificial intelligence or IoT skill or GIS skills. You're very welcome. As long as you have something that you want to solve in that three challenge areas with this technologies, then you're very welcome. Don't worry. You don't have to be a master to apply for it. Okay. And then, yeah, let's see the challenge areas. So also, I want to explain this part. So if you see, so there are three challenge areas here. So it appears livelihood, community health, and food security. Please click more info for each challenge areas, because we provide more detail. Like this is the sample challenge statement that we provide. So you can read this challenge statement. For instance, this is for livelihood part. And okay, and read the title: Saving Aquaculture from Drowning. So there are short backgrounds, and then the challenge statement, that's the questions that you have to. I suggest you to read this challenge statement for each challenge area if you're interested, because it will help you to understand how you should tailor your ideas and how you address it in our registration form. don't worry, we don't require this full of, like what you see here. We don't require this for the registration part. So don't worry, it's just a sample to make it easier to understand from where you begin to start your ideas and how you tailor it. And then the region, the background, and also the reference links. Yeah, we have some examples here. So please feel free to have a look and to reflect yourself which area you want to solve and how the way you want to tailor your ideas. Okay, and then let's move to the next part. Okay, this is for the livelihood part. And next, I'm going to move to okay, to the organizers. So Sustainable Living Lab and National Institute of Technology Warangal, India are together arranged this program and also with our academic partners, experienced partners and community partners across India, Indonesia, and Singapore, and also Bhutan. So let me show you who are they. But before that, please make sure that you notice this timeline, because like what I mentioned before, the deadline for this program is this 15th. So you have to form a team consist of 2 minimum or 4 at maximum to apply for this program. And my tips, you have to choose one team leader from your team to represent your team and to be responsible or to be a key person to be contacted maybe in the future for future updates of our program. And to submit the registration form, that person will responsible to submit it. So you don't have to be worried that maybe your team consists of 3 or 4 and shall we submit the registration form like each of us? The answer is no, because only one person in your team will be responsible to submit it. So don't worry for that. Maybe for now, because of this coronavirus situations and you're separated by distance, and but in fact you're very interested to apply for this program, but because you are not able to meet and we're not able, like to have a discussions face to face. So it will make you think that okay, so shall we apply together or like shall we all apply at the same time? Like each of us has the registration form. So don't worry about that because only one person is responsible for it. Okay, and we also provide the training for all of you who submit your ideas for us. So we will have the training part. The training part will be very interesting because we will address futures thinking and also some of the related skills that you need to implement and to launch your ideas. And then we also we have the concept submissions by mid of August, which is next month. And we have concept development. And we will match top 15 teams with our mentors from academic partners and also with our community partners. And then we have the showcase in October. And the showcase will be in India. But let's hope for the best in the future that the current situations is not supporting us to have this showcase for now, but maybe in October I wish all situations in India and everywhere is getting better and we can have the showcase part, and we will update you more about the showcase part, so don't worry, just apply if you're interested. And then, we also have the testing part until implement your idea. And do you know what? The special thing is we will support you from the beginning of your journey in Futures Plus till the end of this program. So from now till implementations of your idea, we will be there to support you by mentorship. We have many community partners that will support you, and also we have many experts to support you ideas, how to tailor your project, and how to to run your project in a sustainable manner, then don't worry about it because we here to help you. And then let me introduce you our academic partners. We have CIEIIIT Hyderabad, India. We also have National University of Singapore Futures Office and Wilmar Business Polytechnic Indonesia. Also, Jigme Nakmil Engineering College from Bhutan. And this is our corporate partners. We have IC Energy from Singapore. And for experienced partners, we have SPIH from India. And for community partners, oh my God, we have lots of community partners that will make you interested to learn more about what are they doing and who are they actually. So we have, you can read our website. So we have My Harvest Farms, we have S4S Technologies, Bioenergy Foundation, Anona Charitable Trust, and PT Mitra Sejahtera Membangun Bangsa from our MSMB. And then we also have Habibie Garden, Roda Hijau, Partner Digital, and Muma from Singapore. Okay, and then we also provide you the frequently asked questions in our website. So if you are confused about this program, what is the program and what is the aims of this program or the purpose behind this, just have a look at our website and you will know all the answer. Okay, without any further ado, so let me show you how to apply for this program. And this is step by step to apply for this program. So make sure that you're listening till the end. So just simply click here, the apply button. And like what I've mentioned again and again, the registration process is very simple. You don't have to be worried about a full essay with a lot of questions or a full proposals. You don't have to be worried with that because it's a very, very simple registration process. Don't believe? Let me show you that. So you just go here, like what I mentioned before, choose one of from your team to be the team leader. That team leader will be responsible to submit your proposed solutions or ideas. And then, okay, just fill this questions. What name do you put on your Starbucks cup? Actually, it's your name, but we put it with a with a funny way. So just for instance, let me type my name, and I will type Raj, and then click OK. And then what have you been doing lately? So it's about like, okay, what are you doing or what do you do? Are you a university student or are you working? Just choose university student. And then which, okay, is the gender identification. Let me choose male. And then your country, just choose one of these. If you're not from this region, just click other and mention where you're coming from. And let me choose Indonesia. And then your city, just mention which city I reside in. Okay, I live in Medan, so I'll put Medan. And then your birthday. Okay, let me put my birthday. And then this is the areas or the challenge area that you want to work on. So do you want to, contribute in livelihood, community health, or food security part? Like which areas are you going to solve in this program? For instance, if you are interested with food security part, then just simply click food security. And then click OK. It will direct you to the next question. And then this question actually asks you about your expertise, or do you familiar with one of these technologies, or are you knowledgeable with one of these technologies? Just click any technologies that you are familiar with, or if you have any other skills that that you're familiar with, but it doesn't appear here, then you just click not exactly that, but something else. And let me choose GIS. And then click OK. Any other skills which you want to share? Maybe you have more skills that you want to share. Just simply type it here. Okay, let me show you the forest inventory. This is this one, for example. Okay? And yeah. Okay, this is the most interesting part of this registration process. You have to state your solution. So what I suggest for this part is that we have 200 words limit, which is it's not really long, and you don't have to be worried for like a full of page or maybe uh, you know, don't worry about words and about paragraphs because as long as you tell it well, then we can understand what actually you are talking about and what is your solutions about. So don't worry about that. So, okay, first important thing for this part is you have to state your solution clearly. So what is the name of your solutions or what is your project? Because I chose food security in the previous, in the previous questions, then it means that I will solve the food security issues. And I also chose the GIS as technologies that I want to focus on. And it means that I will use GIS technologies to help or to contribute in food security challenge area. But the question is, what is that solution? What's the name? For instance, I will say food stapler. It may sound weird or what, as long as it's original from you. And then, okay, food stapler. And then you have to explain a bit of this food stapler. So what is your goal behind your solution? Like, okay, you want to build this food stapler because you want to help the community uh, in your city to, to have a better food security or to have what you can explain it by your own words. But please explain it briefly and, you know, make people easy to understand your sentences and your words. You don't have to be worried with the grammar part or, and again, I forgot to tell you about the requirements part, but actually it just consists of 2 till 4 people, and you don't have to be master in English that much to apply for this program because we also don't require you to submit like your TOEFL score or your IELTS score. No, it's not necessary for us as long as you understand English and maybe if one of your team understand English, then it's fine because as long as you have the representative to understand English because the program will communicate in English and all the sessions will be in English as well. So that's only the issue. But don't worry, if you're not master in English, you still are very welcome to apply. Okay, and then about your solution, also explain what is your target. Like, are you targeting your community in your area, or are you targeting community like in what area? And then also explain how it will impact that community. And if it's possible, you also can explain a bit of like sample case or the use case, and but at least explain it briefly, but with a with a clear manner. So just explain what is your project, and then what is it about, and who this project helps, and then the goals and everything. So, but explain it briefly. like what I mentioned before, don't write out like a full proposal at this stage. So at this stage, you only need to submit us a brief of your solution. Okay, let me type randomly here. Okay, and then the next is about your team member. So your team leader will responsible to fill your name and your expertise and your role play in the team. So the expertise mean like, are you familiar or are you knowledgeable with the that three technologies that I just mentioned? So you can put here, or if not, just put not. And then what is your role play in your team? And your team leader will fill this form and submit it to us. And then let me type randomly. Okay, and then just type your email. And also, okay, I have to type my email, I guess. Okay, type your email. And then also your mobile number, but please include your WhatsApp number because it will make us easier to inform you in the future if you're not reachable, so we can use WhatsApp to communicate you because we know that and we aware that everyone nowadays is pretty active on WhatsApp. Okay, after entering your mobile number, then yeah, this is the end of the registration part. So it's a very simple, only a brief of your solutions. The rest is the general information. And also we don't require that detailed information. Maybe if you know there are some registration process that require many details. We also don't require your password or your ID details because it's not necessary for now. So we want to make it simpler and also easier to understand and also for make everyone happy with the registration process. So I hope this information helps you. And okay, let me stop this screen. Yeah. So I hope what I've talked and what I share will help you to understand our missions behind this program. And also, we are very welcome for you to apply in our program because there are still, 4 days left to apply for this program. And don't worry, you can submit it in two. So if you don't have time to form a team consist of 3 or 4, don't worry. Just ask one of your friends to be your team member. And 2 people are eligible to apply for this program. So don't worry. And again, we don't require any English language certifications or like passport or ID. We don't require for it. So it's a very general questions with general details, but one a brief questions that we want to hear from you about your ideas for the Futures Plus program. So please make sure that you're listening to this this info session before you're applying for Futures Plus, because maybe some of you will confuse about the program or what is the aim actually of this program and why should I apply for this program. Then the answer is we want to contribute together with you and let hand in hand together as one. We contribute to our community. We build the future by using futures thinking and a foresight driven. So I think that's a short explanation from me about futures plans. I hope it helps. And yeah, I can't wait to see you in our next session. And I wish you apply for our program and let's meet in the next session. So thank you so much. Have a good day. And don't forget, we still have 4 days left. And the deadline is this July 15th. So make sure you apply to our program.